where so I need to sort that really and do, because in fact I'm gonna actually change this right now. So give me a second, I will be back in like 2 seconds. But basically, there we go. Hopefully that's fixed, because there we go. So essentially what happened is my audio tracks are fucked for streaming. I use audio track 1, but audio track 1 and 2 for me in recording are split. Audio track 1 is just the game. Audio track 2 is my microphone. And audio track 3 now is going to be both tracks for recording, for streaming. So there we go. Fix that. Now I can actually record pretty nicely. Anywho, let's get into our opening bout of the evening. I'm not in studio mode, which I need to be. There we go. The opening bout is going to be in the underground style. Out first, representing Legado del Fantasma, Elytra Lopez. Here tonight in the underground, she's looking for the knockout. We haven't seen really much of her in IPW, but tonight she's gonna get a chance, a shot to prove herself. Can she hang in this situation? I'm just taking a look at her record. Lopez is not on the list of competing stars in the underground. So this will be her debut. Can she compete against someone who currently has a 1-0 record? Elytra Lopez, very dominant in that matchup, came out with a knockout victory, and that was a great performance for her. We shall see if that form can continue here tonight, as she will be looking for that similar result. Let's toss it to Mike Rome for official match introductions.
The following is an underground match. The only ways to win are by knockout or submission. Introducing first, from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Elytra Lopez. And from Miami, Florida, Lola Vice.
Both look ready. Our ref Gregathy drawing the action. And we're underway for this underground match. And Vice out the gates fast and early. That big forearm strike into the arm wrench. Lopez rolls out the way and now starts to get going. Takes down Vice in a bit of a taunt afterwards. These two, you have to feel, have probably met up before. Obviously, Elytra, less of a wrestler nowadays, more of a manager. So this is a situation, oh my word. That super kick launching Lopez to the floor. Our resident countrymen at the ringside watching on, quickly out the way of that. There's Vice getting worked over here on the floor and busted open by Elytra. That is a certain surprise I didn't expect to see right here so far in this match. But Lopez starting to apply the pressure. A flurry of elbows dropped into the chest of Vice as Elytra in the corner. Sizing up Vice. What the fuck? What was that? A slap follows that up. It's broke me. Oh my, she's doing it again. The teleport drop kick. Effective offense. As once again, Elytra sizing up Lola for that move. Third time is not the charm, and Vice is looking to capitalize. Oh my word. Neither woman connecting until Vice hits that nice kick to the chest. Elytra avoids the follow-up elbow. And now both women starting to tee off. There's certainly a size disparity between Vice and Lopez. The punch to the body forces Elytra down. We're back to the outside. Oh my word. Lopez's head comes careening off of the announce desk. And Vice continuing to apply the pressure. Our walking underground fans. This really is so funny to see, by the way. Anyway, Lola sending Lopez, trying to send her into the stairs, unable to get her there. As they stare each other down, Lopez goes back in the ring, as does Vice. The crossbody connects. That was certainly a baiting maneuver from Elytra. Vice trying to grab a hold of her as she enters the ring again. The kicks in combination, and then the roundhouse heel kick connects. Vice calling Elytra up. The knee misses. Lopez catching, firing off that clothesline, and now trying to pick up Lola, but Lola too strong, too big, too thick to allow Elytra to pick her up. But the combination coming through, and now the scoop and a slam puts Lola down on the mat. What's Elytra looking for here? Up on the shoulders. Oh my word. The choke. It's a rack attack type maneuver, but it's a choke with the arm. That is certainly unique. Lola tries to go for something, cannot connect. Instead, sent flying out to the ringside. Elytra is starting to unload some big shots here. Both women realistically strong as Elytra picks her up and slams her down with a rock bottom type maneuver. A Uranagi-esque spinning Uranagi, whatever you want to call it. Spinning solo. That's another name for it. Regards to that, Elytra sent flying. Lola taking her towards the top half of the arena. Has her on her shoulders, carrying her and just putting her back on the apron. Lopez in trouble. Punches to the skull from Vice. Remember, Vice was busted open early on in this match, so there is a target on her. But Lopez, arm wrench beyond belief, in trouble here. Lola sizing her up. The punch to the back. And a follow-up one to the back as well. Lopez takes back control and just into a gut wrench suplex over the top of her head. Vice back to her feet though. Has a hold of Elytra Lopez. Just gonna shoulder breaker. Follow up with an elbow drop. And Lopez in trouble. The sight set on destruction by Vice. Sends her to the apron. The super kick drops her to the floor. Neither woman really able to connect with a knockout shot just yet. I don't really know who is probably the closest to that situation. Maybe it's Ola who's in control right now. I might have spoke too soon though, as Lopez taking control, sending Vice flying around the arena. Vice back to her feet and sends Elytra back down to the mat. Stomping away at Elytra is a Vice, who's just picking apart the legs right now, potentially setting up for a heel hook, ankle lock, a maneuver to submit the opponent. As Lola watching on here, probably waiting for Elytra to go back to her feet. She's actually not going to wait any longer. Going for the gift of the gods. The arm wrenched back. Vice targeted and sizing up an opportunity maybe. The kick to the back, that heel kick maneuver. Deadly. It's destructive and looking to submit now Elytra Lopez. Vice has the triangle locked in. Lopez fighting out. Elytra back to her feet. Grabs a hold of Vice, sends her to the apron, and a punch sends her to the floor. Vice is back into the ring, but she's cross-bodied almost immediately upon entry. The squared circle sacred as Elytra hooks up Vice, spinning her and slamming her down with the rock bottom. Has the arm hooked again, the torture rank in usage. Vice could potentially tap. Able to get out the hold thanks to Elytra letting go. Vice back to her feet. Elytra comes flying with a combo and boots her back down to the mat. It's been Vice who connects with the big kicks to send Elytra down to the floor, but this time Elytra getting the better of the two, watching on, waiting. Now targeting Vice, who's back to deliver a shot. Back to her feet, misses a spinning back fist. Certainly could have turned the tide to this one. Elytra connecting with the backbreaker to maintain control, maintain her avenue of attack. Vice must be in trouble here. Sent careening into the LED apron and ring post. Elytra's done a good job here, keeping Vice at bay. Vice, we know the little firecracker she is, can connect at any moment. That spinning back fist yet again misses, and this time she's slammed with a big time maneuver as her comeuppance. Elytra now once again back drop position. Instead, spin out blue thunder bomb, planting Vice, and again she goes for it. Elytra knocking out Lola Vice in our underground opener. And this was very much Elytra Lopez in control from the beginning. Vice kept trying to go towards her finisher, but unable to connect. Lola really felt the payment, the aggression from Elytra Lopez, and she beat her pretty easily as the Legado del Fantasma member beats Vice with some pretty big offense. And it wasn't until this moment where we spilled to the outside, the finishers came through, and the offense came to a halt for Lola. As Elytra Lopez victorious in our opening bout here tonight. As these two Blue Thunder Bombs set up for victory here for Vice. Sorry for Lopez, I keep getting the names wrong.
Here is your winner, Elytra Lopez.
1-0 in the underground. Now sits Elytra Lopez. Let's see what our second bout of the evening holds here on IPW Underground. A big bout, to say the least. Hi, it's me again. You're coming to me instead of the next match, but let's be honest, it was a good one. Everything we saw led to success, and I had my favorite in Vice picking up that one. How about we move into bout numero 2, where we'll be seeing potentially it's two debuting stars on the underground, and I need to get them into the spreadsheet for underground, because I do have all the records at hand for underground. In fact, I will actually share it with you. How am I going to do this? We'll put it in this one. It'll be... I'll do a display capture. Not that one, this one. And in fact, I will make it bigger. There you go. Hi. So, yeah. This is the spreadsheet to manage IPW Underground. And I do keep track, or try to keep track, of all knockouts, submission victories. You name it. There are a few on here that I haven't actually put down, because I'm an idiot. But you're probably wondering, what's this going to do? Why keep track of this? What will happen? Simply put, there's plans for this, and we'll get to that very shortly as to what that will mean. As I need to quickly grab my drink. Anywho, you can kind of see who's coming up next on the underground for our second bout of the evening. Why don't we head into it right now? As we welcome the former leader of Chase University, Andre Chase, into the underground for his debut.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Chase University from Draper, North Carolina, weighing in at 216 pounds, Andre Chase.
Chase, star on NXT. He's realistically an underdog. Any match he goes into, no one expects him to be victorious. But tonight, he's got his work cut out. Here on the underground, we're not giving him an easy debut. We're giving him a tester. He's entering this match probably the underdog, but we shall see if he can hang with LWO's Cruz del Toro. The lights, the cage, everything on display. Del Toro.
Representing the LWO from Cordoba, Veracruz, Mexico, weighing in at 190 pounds, Cruz del Toro.
Cruz del Toro getting all the camera cuts here for his entrance. Honestly, they've put in a lot of work for him. He is ready to compete here in the underground. The high flyer brings that Latin style, the solid wrestling capacity of the LWO. I think that camera angle failed because there's a person put there. The crowd behind Andre Chase for this one. As we get this bout under our way, Cruz del Toro comes charging in, landing the DDT around the world with it. He went and down into the cover he goes for a 2 count. A quick 2 count here. This is just a normals match here in the underground. Nothing special. It is a tester for both these stars as they tie up in the center of the ring. Who will get the better? It appears Chase gets the advantage, pushes Del Toro into the ropes, lands the cheap shot afterwards to tie up once again. This time Del Toro pushing Chase into the corner. And another cheap shot break. Both stars have pushed one another into the ropes on the side. Chase gets the better of Del Toro in the third exchange. And once again, the punch to follow it up. Now a flurry of slaps and chops, leading to a running forearm in the corner as Andre Chase begins to work over Cruz del Toro. Del Toro manages to make his way back to his feet and land a nice shooting star press to put down Andre Chase. Honestly, both stars really are even in their footing until Andre now makes a mistake, gets super kicked for taunting in the face of Del Toro. And now Del Toro just uncorking a combination after combination. Calling Chase back to his feet. Goes to the second rope and connecting with the Hurricane Rana. Down goes Andre as he's now in the landing zone. As Del Toro goes to the apron, springboard maneuver inbound, and it's a drop kick to put down Andre Chase, who's back to his feet quite quickly, but he's down and up and setting up for the hip toss. Nice knee there as well by Chase, who's caught some good shots here in this early goings, but Del Toro, the speed, the agility that he possesses is not able to be matched by Chase when Del Toro starts to get going. Calling Andre back to his feet. Snapmare take down into the big boot, but the boot misses, and Chase coming back with a 2K comeback. Ducks the line, hits with his own leaping clothesline into the corner, goes Del Toro, and he's going to be stomped a mud hole into him. Chase fires up. Gets caught. Del Toro connected with the dropkick. Sensing the opportunity here is Del Toro. The punch grabs a hold of Chase, hooks him up and brings him down. In the ring, he's into the pin. 2 count off of that, and it was a big time maneuver. And Del Toro springboard over the top. with that rolling senton. Waiting, biding his time for Chase to come in, but misses with the crowning. And Andre grabs a hold of Del Toro, who kicks away at the leg. Del Toro comes flying in with the enziguri. Down into the pin goes Del Toro, looking for the win. Only the 2 count off of that. Knee follow-up, trying to potentially knock out Chase. As he's watching, waiting, biding his time, he connects with the knee to the back of the head. To the top rope goes Del Toro as Chase is in trouble, as that's a 450 splash. Connecting with ease is Del Toro as he sends Chase back into the ring. Calling, sensing victory here is Del Toro as he goes onto the ropes with the springboard splash. Into the pin, Chase manages to kick out, but Del Toro, unrelenting, goes for the second rope, springboard inverted 450. Comes up short, and Chase looking to capitalize. Grabs a hold of Del Toro finding out at the grasp. Chase runs the ropes, takes the back with that drop kick. Chase kicking back though. Grabs a hold of Del Toro, who was trying to go springboard but cannot do so, and Chase hooks him up. Swinging neck breaker. He's calling, sensing the tides are changing in his favor. The combination. Spinning forearm strike connects, and Del Toro in trouble. The crowd behind Chase U. The Chase U stomps connecting, and Chase is down for the pin. Only able to get a 2 count. The boot caught as Del Toro in control sends Chase into the ropes. Ducks the first, leapfrogs over the second in a big time lariat, dropping Andre Chase. Comes through, it's a 2K comeback of his own as Del Toro catches the boot, takes the heel of Andre Chase. Into the pin he goes, and this could be it. It's a 1, it's a 2, and it's only gonna be that. As Del Toro in control, trying, looking for victory, setting up for a Spanish fly. Andre Chase fights out of it, grabs a hold of Del Toro, picks him up and flatliners him. Down into the mat, into the pin goes Andre Chase. And he's so close to victory. Andre sizing up Del Toro in the corner. Up and over, Yoshi tonic into the pin. A 2 and a 3. Andre Chase, from the jaws of defeat, comes back to secure victory here in the Underground. An epic bout in a mid-card matchup that sees Andre Chase coming back from a Del Toro flurry of offense. Once that 450 splash came through, I thought Del Toro had firm control of this. But Andre Chase found the avenues back, even though the replays are showing a very different story to what we saw. Andre Chase came back fighting. The multitude of pin attempts that I thought were it were not. And Andre Chase victorious here in the Underground. A close bout here in IPW mid-card matchup. But we've got one more to finish the show. Will it be the same sort of story? We'll have to see. As hi, it's me again. How's it going? Andre Chase, victorious here tonight. And I'm looking forward to this main event match. I've kept it hush-hush as to what's coming, but let me just update my spreadsheet to say the results. Nice bit of water from my Pikachu straw. How do we round out the show? That is the real question. I'm intrigued because Locked In will be at 6 o'clock tonight. The card almost certainly should be rounded out, he says. Let's see if anything happens here. Oh my word. That's Mandy Rose. Coming out with a microphone here on Underground. That is shocking, to say the least. I'm intrigued what she has to say here. It sounds like she's calling someone out. It appears Fallon Henley was the target. And this could potentially set up for a match at Locked In. I think Rose, she's called for Fallon Henley to face her at Locked In. And from my understanding, Rose has issued that she will be cashing in her resolution at Locked In. She's given notice to the champion that at Locked In, it's gonna be Mandy Rose versus Fallon Henley in a steel cage. And with that, it's official. Our Locked In card is well and truly, I guess you could say, locked in. Let me just help with everything if you're unaware of what the matches are. Later on tonight, we have 6 matches now on tap. So we just bring it up. It's been made official. Mandy Rose versus Fallon Henley inside a steel cage as I guess co-main event, the resolution, cashed in for this matchup. From that, we will be heading to a big time match. We've also got on tap the tag team championships being defended. It is Gallus versus the Usos in the rubber match. Who will walk away with the belts in the third match between these two teams? From there, probably our main event. It is the television championship in the men's division, defended by the Demon Finn Balor against Randy Orton, Big E, Rey Mysterio, The Miz, and Braun Strowman. After that, we go to, obviously, co-main event. the men's title on the line. Will Ospreay and Samoa Joe, they're after or trying to reclaim the championship. They lost in their rematches against the champion, Shawn Michaels, the two-time champ Shawn, wanting to maintain control of that division and keep the belt around his waist. We have also our opening bouts to look forward to, as it will be Trick and Javon versus the AOP inside Hell in a Cell. Who will walk away victors of the best of 5 series? Will it be the Authors of Pain, or will we see Trick and Javon, the unlikely duo, secure victory? Well, before we even get that, we got the Women's Chamber to kick off that night's action. Shayna Baszler, Julia, Natalia, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, all will be challenging Chelsea Green for the belt. What a night of action we've got to look forward to at 6 p.m. tonight. You don't want to miss it. Hopefully my throat will have recovered for it, as I'm sniffly right now. Hopefully I'll feel better then. But yes, thank you for joining me tonight. Well, today for this impromptu underground. I'll see you guys later. Phone locked in.